What's the word? What's the word, birds? Welcome back. It's the motherfucking Critic Court. I am Toke. I am here to give you guys that special review. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It dropped the last night. Well, the early premiere dropped the last night. We had to go snag that shit quick as hell. Yeah. It was pretty entertaining. It was decent. It wasn't, I would say the best out of all three of them, because I'm a big fan of Guardians. Besides like Captain America, I feel like those had the best stories, trilogy. This one leading as the least favorite one. Well, not least favorite, but compared to the other two, it was mid. Yeah. So we had a big sentimental, heartfelt death with fucking Rocket, man. He his past life came back to haunt him, and it ended up leading to his demise, and the whole gang had to go on a mission out to save this man. Well, save this experiment. Because that's what the fuck he was. We found out his backstory. He was created by, the High Evolutionary, which was a good as, They introduced him well. I feel like they introduced him better than, fucking Kang that they did with Kang and Ant-Man. He did more damage than Kang. Like, I don't know. Ant-Man was... But, besides that point, we're not here to rag on that. Yeah, so, we got Star-Lord. He over here still dwelling all over his fucking losses, He lost Gamora, he lost his mom, he lost his dad. Everybody he encountered, he lost in his life. So, he's just over here being a sorry old miserable fuck, getting drunk and shit on their little new fucking planet, nowhere. And Adam Warlock comes through and crashes the motherfucking party. He shows up. That first scene, that whole first half of the movie, first like 45 minutes, almost to an hour, was real good pacing. It was sped up as fuck. Like they got right to it. It slowed up a little bit towards the middle, and then picked back up just a little bit towards the end. But yeah. So Adam Warlock, he was sent by the High Evolutionary to fucking obtain Rocket and bring him back, because he was a rare experiment out of all the experiments that the High Evolutionary did. He was his most prime and precious one that got away. He wanted to study his brain and take it to the new world. So that's what the High Evolutionary was. He was a person who fucking created new worlds, created new planets, new species. I guess they tried to say he had something to do with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, I believe, in the comments or something, but who knows how true that is. I don't know. That may be fan-made. I don't know. But, yeah. Fucking Adam Warlock, I did not care for it. Like, the person that played him, he wasn't, I don't know. I still didn't like, I don't know, Will Porter. He was all right. He was all right. He's a good actor, but he was all right. I don't know. Maybe it was just the strip. Uh, fucking. It was more comedy. They didn't make him serious enough, and they played his intelligence and made him like a little stupid mama's boy. To what's her name, Aisha or Aisha? Aisha. I don't even know the little golden lady. Um, and I get that he got woken up uh earlier than expected out of his tomb, so he wasn't fully developed yet. So you could tell like he couldn't control some of his strength, but I don't know. I I don't know. I feel like Adam Warlock they could have done better. He was like a little side character, honestly. That was it. But yeah, so they went. The Guardians they went on this mission. Seeked out uh to get Rocket back to life because Adam Warlock fucked around. Like I said, he did not use his powers to his fullest capacity or to his fullest ability and whatnot. Ended up murking off Rocket on the first encounter, and he was supposed to bring this nigga back alive, idiot. And so like it triggered, his heart to go into cardiac arrest pretty much. His whole spinal, because they were all the experiments were controlled through like a spinal type of thing, from the higher evolutionary, and he was literally, like I said, his last best experiment, and he still had this was like 15 years ago. What's going on? He still had all his information. This man had created fucking tons and tons of species. Fucking, he even created a fucking Earth-like place called Counter Earth. Like, yeah. But they infiltrated the high evolutionaries ship, with all that information. So they can figure out how they're gonna fucking save Rocket and bring him back to life, and it was a couple moments you really thought, oh shit, Rocket's gonna die, oh shit, Drad's gonna die, oh shit, fucking at the end Peter fucking might die, Star-Lord. It was a lot of, anticipation of death. And you could tell, off the rip, this was about to be their last shebang. And that was pretty sentimental too. Because we even got to see Groot finally talk. Like say something besides Groot. He said, "I love you guys" and shit at the end. That was pretty dope. Fucking, I love that part. But yeah, they went. It was like a couple places they went. This was like out of all the Guardians. This was like the least travel places. They only went like 2 places, maybe 3, and one of them wasn't even a planet. Like I said, one of them was a ship. But yeah, I feel like this movie could have been shortened up a little bit. It could have been 2 hours, maybe a little bit under. It didn't have to be fucking a whole 2.5 hours. So yeah, but James Gunn, he did his thing. He did his thing as always. Especially with how like he tried to get a little dark with it. I felt like with some scenes, it wasn't all kid friendly. It was you had what when they show Rocket's backstory, his friends that was a part that he made friends with all the other animals that was a part of the test subject. They were like weirdly made. It was like a rabbit with looking like a spider with like 6 robot arms coming out the dark. It was pretty scary. When they it was a scene when Mantis and Drax and Nebula got got captured, by the High Evolutionary, and they threw him down this hole, and Mantis landed straight on her head, and like it looked like she literally broke her neck. I don't think that was something the kids should see. The High Evolutionary fucking face at the end, his shit was he looked like Vader. He looked like Vader after he got fucked up by Obi-Wan. That nigga's face was like, it was very graphic. It was very graphic. Like when they showed his real face, because Rocket messed it up. In his escape when he fled the ship back, back 15 years ago or whatever, from when he was younger and shit. But yeah, that shit. Even Gamora, she was on tip. She was shooting people, like holding people hostage, all type of shit. Like it was pretty different. It was pretty different for a Marvel movie, I would say. It was comedy / kid friendly / a little graphic than usual, more graphic than usual. But I would say the funniest parts were fucking either Drax and Mantis dumbass, and Nebula just snapping on him, or fucking Star-Lord Peter when he's realized Gamora and was still lurking around, and then he kept trying to make her remember and shit. That was like funny and sad at the same time, cause this man was so heartbroken, man. He was really like, damn, that was his baby, I guess, and it was like just. Every moment he was just trying to make her remember, and she's like trying to get through this nigga's head. Like, I'm not that Gamora. That was another alternative verse, like universe. I am me, and you are you. Get the fuck out my face. I'm trying to complete this mission. But she wasn't even with them, from the start at this movie. She was with what's his name? Ogord. He was Sylvester Stallone's character. She was with them, pretty much being some pirates of the space type of deal. Give me the loot. We here for some pieces. That's all she wanted, so she can make some money. That's how they ended up. She ended up getting tagged along with them because Nebula was still in touch with her, and got Gamora and her crew to help them infiltrate the High Evolutionary ship and whatnot. So, for some pieces, and like I said, Star-Lord Peter, his old sad puppy ass, like, oh my god, Gamora, I can't believe you still Nebula. Why are you still in contact with her and not let me know? Like, yeah. The whole movie as a whole, though, the whole movie was just, it was decent. It was decent. It wasn't, like I said, the best out of all of them. Not hated, but I didn't care for Adam Warlock. And yeah, they only visited like a few planets or a few places. The main gist of the story was, trying to make sure Rocket don't die on him. Make sure one of their family members don't die on him. So, that being said, I will grade this with I'll give it a low, very low B minus. Yeah, I'll give it a B minus. So, yeah. There you have it, guys. Like and subscribe. You know, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys thought about it. As I always say, support the corp and doodles.